Based on these letters, Paul Lucas and Klaus Lang, often addressed together, were young Australian men traveling in Europe, mostly in Switzerland, Germany, and the UK, during the mid-1970s. Here's a detailed profile inferred from the content. General overview of Paul and Klaus. Travel companions. Paul and Klaus are consistently addressed together, implying they are traveling as a pair. They are often called jet-setters, and many write to them with excitement or mild teasing about their European adventures. Aussie larrikinism abroad. There is a casual, irreverent tone in many letters, lots of in-jokes, friendly abuse, crude humor, and references to drinking and partying. Both are described as sociable, with a reputation for mischief, drinking, and being popular with girls, though this is often in jest. Financial and practical concerns. References are made to saving hard before the trip and concerns about jobs, accommodation, and food abroad. They were evidently managing on a modest budget. Klaus seems more practical or organized, e.g. writing letters considering job options, while Paul is sometimes described as impulsive or careless, e.g. losing a job, health concerns. About Paul Lucas. Called Luke and referred to as a bit of a loudmouth git, Paul is portrayed as outgoing, perhaps a bit reckless. He's sometimes the butt of jokes, especially about his looks, drinking capacity, and sex life, but this appears affectionate. Work education. Was apparently employed by Coles back home, with someone joking he'd almost be a GJ, likely a managerial role by now if he hadn't left. There's mention of him losing a job in Europe and possibly getting another cleaning job. Family and background. His parents are often mentioned. Various correspondents have seen them and report they are well, suggesting close community ties in Williamstown. About Klaus Lang. Nicknames and traits. Called Klausy, Fat Whale, a jest about weight gain, and occasionally modest in personality. He is teased about enduring Paul's antics. He seems more reserved, polite, and responsible. Work, education. Had a job at Emily Press, likely a printing company, and there's mention that he may not be able to work in printing in the UK due to union rules. He is complimented for keeping his cleaning job abroad. Family and background. His mother is mentioned repeatedly, with writers concerned about her worrying from lack of contact. Klaus is urged to write more often. His parents seem protective, and friends intervene on their behalf. Relationship between Paul and Klaus. Close bond. Their shared address, joint letters, and continual references to each other imply a deep friendship. The dynamic hints at a classic odd couple. Paul, the gregarious rogue, Klaus, the quieter, steadier companion. Teasing and rumors. Friends back home joke about their relationship, using mock accusatory or tongue-in-cheek language, poofs, fathed, modest Klaus saving Paul from embarrassment with women, etc. Social circle. They were part of a vibrant social and sporting group in Williamstown. The cricket club shared parties, common friends, Sue and John Beckman, Pam, Neil, Joe, etc., suggest a tightly knit, working-class community with a strong sense of camaraderie. Some correspondents have joined them abroad or plan to, reinforcing the group's mobility and mutual support. Tone and culture. The letters are full of affectionate insults, crude jokes, sports gossip, especially cricket and footy, news about relationships and engagements, and humorous commentary. The tone is informal, warm, and unmistakably Australian of the 1970s, marked by a laconic but lively male bonding culture. Conclusion. Paul and Klaus are two young Australians in their early 20s, exploring Europe with minimal resources and maximal enthusiasm. They're immersed in a deeply connected social network back home, where their escapades, foibles, and relationships are keenly followed. Paul is brash and extroverted, Klaus quieter and more dutiful, but together they form a well-loved duo, whose letters are awaited eagerly by their circle in Williamstown.